I'm happy with the draw. But then we concede the winner in the 95th minute, and I'm just like, why again did I get up at 6 a.m. to watch this nonsense?
I don't follow the soccer, but my father-in-law he does support Aston Villa as well. So I should imagine he probably feels the same as you do.
Like, I am so glad I got up at 6 a.m. to watch this nonsense. This absolute rubbish. I think we're good to go. Servers go in. I don't think anybody else has joined us this evening. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened. I died somehow.
Yeah, I got kicked out too.
That's really weird. Right. Invite you back in. Good evening, welcome to Ploppy 54 game. Hopefully you're all doing well. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Someone just give me a boom in the chat to make sure we're okay with the microphone. Oh no. Excellent.
If it's just the two of us, do you want to make it bronze, or are you going to make it public, or?
Well, that's what I just did a minute ago. I just made it public and it kicked you both out. I think Orsar's with us as well.
Yeah, I think Sven is still on. I'm not sure what happened to him.
Oh, he said he couldn't make it. Yeah. So, while we're waiting for Orsar to come back in, we'll see who we've got here in the chat here. We've got Ivo, nice to see you. Hello, how are you doing? Nico's here as well. Curtis, nice to see you. Thank you very much. We've got Take to Know as well. He'll be moderating the chat. And Jumpy's there as well. Nice to see you too. Okay, so yeah, if this is your first time here, we do a weekly Mass Effect video. Might start keeping a few other little games in there, here and there, but mostly Mass Effect at the moment. And we also do a Mass Effect multiplayer live stream as well, which is today, which is this. And so, is Orsar in the Discord? We have a Discord, by the way, if you want to come join us. I'm not super active, I must admit, but we do have a Discord, so you can come join us. There's a link down in the description there. Is Orsar in the stream chat?
Yes, I'm here. It's just loading forever. I don't know what it is, but loading takes like forever. I might consider restarting the game altogether.
Okay. Yeah, it kicked me too, so I don't think it's just you. But I'm back now, so...
Yeah, see, I can't make it in. It just says, like, entering lobby. But it doesn't never enter the lobby.
How random. Well, I will...
So I think I'll just try restarting my game.
Have I got any... We'll have a look at some changing character. What character are you going with, Service Guy? So tonight's chat we've got is recently put a video out this week entitled Lessons That BioWare Need to Learn, which I thought would be a great conversation for the live stream as well. For the next Mass Effect game, what lessons do you think BioWare need to learn and need to get right to make sure it's a decent game? That's what we'll be talking about this evening.
Make it more like SWTOR and less like Anthem.
A lot less like Anthem, yeah. Takes note says, I bet it's ED causing these issues and might be trying to take over a new body, which is very true. It's she could have seriously damaged the ship, taking over ED's body, isn't she? So yeah, she might be trying to take over the multiplayer element. Is he back in yet? No, he's not back in yet.
Is it weird to say that as cool as Edie taking over Eva's body was, if Garrus happens to be dead in your playthrough, I kind of hated how anticlimactic it was, because Joker calls you while you're rescuing Victus and he makes it out to be this big thing, but then it's just fine anyway.
I've never actually had Garrus die on me, to be honest.
So if Garrus... I was just going to say, if Garrus... Sorry, you finish your thought, then I'll go.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say the latest playthrough that I've had is... It has Jacob that's died, and it's usually Morden that dies on me. But yeah, I've never actually done a full playthrough with either all of them dying, or like Garrus dying, or all the other big ones, really.
Well, I lost Garrus my first playthrough just because I didn't want Tali to do it, because I was nervous she might die, and I really liked her. But I sent Garrus in the vents just because I remembered in Mass Effect 1 he's the second best tech person after Tali, so I thought he'd be okay, but he obviously isn't.
I'll tell you what, we'll get started. We'll pop it onto Bronze. And if Olsar can join us. I've sent him an invite, so hopefully it'll just pop into the game as we get started.
Or if you want to keep it on silver, I can just be the big Geth.
Go for them.
Okay, my game's super broke.
Oh no. That's not cool.
Now it thinks I don't have any DLCs installed. That's so weird.
So Julian says either bring Shepard back as the de facto main character, or give us a rider similar to experience to them, like Rider Senior. So basically you're just wanting pretty much what I said in the video, where you don't want to be like the new guy, you want to be the experienced. The experienced, the Marine, or the one that knows what they're doing and doesn't want to. I mean, are you sure silver was a good idea? Yes, Giovanni says absolutely. Curtis said, had Gareth die on his first playthrough? I can't read the chat and shoot things at the same time. But the second playthrough, Gareth survived. What's going on there? There we go.
Squad member has flatlined.
Fabian, nice to see you. How you doing? Probably start touching the Halo franchise, like Mass Effect. I always think it might be similar, but never played too much of Mass Effect. I did really enjoy Mass Effect. Halo Reach. Really enjoyed that game. The other games are not too bad. But yeah, I think that the story and what happens during those events, they don't tend to do that much in games. So yeah, really enjoyed it.
I'm pretty sure everyone thinks Halo Reach is the best Halo game.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I own all the Halo games. I don't have the Master Chief Collection, but I've played and beaten all the Halo games, and Reach is by far the best.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, anyway. Also, possibly controversial opinion, but Halo 2 had the best multiplayer.
Yes, yeah, it did. Yeah, I second that one, that's for sure. But yeah, no, I've noticed on the channel that like the views are dying down now that Mass Effect Legendary Edition's out, and people are kind of moving on. So yeah, I was thinking maybe introducing something else onto the channel. Obviously, I'm primarily a Mass Effect channel, but yeah, just to mix it up a little bit.
Dragon Age?
Well, that's the logical direction, really, isn't it? I do love Dragon Age, and it's been so long since I played it.
Also, again, I've promised to not say anything bad about Win.
I'm getting shot up again, look. Dear. Should stream the trilogy, as in the Legendary Edition trilogy, or the Dragon Age trilogy, Barney. I haven't got any health packs or anything. This is probably going to be a short round, this one, isn't it?
Is it weird to say that as much as Dragon Age is a trilogy, I never really consider it a trilogy?
Is that because of Andromeda, or is it just because...
No, well, it's just the three games are all, like, so disparate from each other.
apparently I think the connection broke when you put it to public. So maybe if you want to go as 3, you can try setting it to private again. If not, I think I just can't join again. This is so weird.
Are you in the game now? Is it loaded up all right?
Yeah, I'm trying to load into the game again, but it doesn't let me.
So we're private at the minute, so I can send you another invite if you like. It says both. The only reason why I've not actually streamed a playthrough, it's just time, to be honest. So I've got an 8-month-year-old, so streaming once a week is probably about the most I can do at the minute. I'd like to do more, absolutely. I streamed some Andromeda last week, the week before, and I really enjoyed that. Just chatting and streaming some of the game. But yeah, if I can get another stream night in, because I really enjoy the hanging out that we do here, and you watching me lay on the floor quite a bit. So yeah, I wouldn't want to lose the multiplayer that we've got going. How do I invite people like mid-game? Probably a bad idea, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I'll just wait until you're done.
Got stuck in a wall. The DA games are a series, but they don't feel like a trilogy. I suppose they don't really, do they? They are kind of loosely connected to each other.
Mission accomplished.
Not whereas
We're in trouble.
I'm out of Metagel.
We're done here. Returning to base.
At least we got the credits.
That's very true. Right, so we see if we can get Elsar back in here.
I'm just gonna play easy mode and be the big guess.
That's his invite sent. Weapons we've got. Much as I despise Mass Effect Andromeda, why don't you continue this week? Again, because I only get like the chance to stream once a week, and I really do enjoy just hanging out with with everybody, playing a few games with you guys, like. But yeah, if I can get another night in streaming, then I might actually do that. I might start playing through just one of the games. My wife's back; she's away again next week, so I might continue the Andromeda one. Depends on what kind of we've got going with the kids and stuff. So, but yeah, absolutely, I want to try and get a bit more streaming done. That'd be fun. Let's get rid of.
It just doesn't want to work. Well, I guess
No.
I'll be lurking in chat in that case. You two have fun though.
I can try speaking in German if that'll help.
No, I don't think.
Well, I'll pop it to the public then, and then we'll see if we get some randoms in. Join us. Maybe try joining that way. Also, I'll see if it's room. Yes, Curtis, they do like to shoot me quite a bit, actually.
Area is uncontrolled. We need you to lock it down. Acknowledged. Spotted him!
Ow.
Squad member down.
Should have probably put some med jumping or something, shouldn't I?
Squad member has flatlined. Clean sweep. Well done.
Oh, yep, we've got somebody else joined us.
Stay alert. Enemies inbound.
So is there anything else that people would like to see that bioware can improve on? Make sure that the next Mass Effect game is definitely going to be an absolute winner.
All clear. Good work. Nice work. Enemy is regrouping. Reaper indoctrination devices have been established planetside. Your mission is to find and disable the targets. Device down.
Kurt's going to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider for the third time, but on the latest update, I'm ready to play it right now. Oh,
Squad member down.
I wonder why that is. Is that the third one, Curtis, or is that
The devices are offline.
which one?
Yeah,
is-
that's the third one.
That's the third one. I've only ever played the first one of that trilogy. Really enjoyed it. I've intended to play the other two, but it's just one of those things where I've never got around to it yet.
Find those targets. Squad member offline. Target neutralized. Squad member offline.
Why not? What's going here? Need to add more action. That's to do what?
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
I don't know if it's just because I've been recently addicted to SWTOR again, but I honestly would really love if bioware made an MMO Mass Effect game.
I think if they did it in the SWTOR, I can't say it, in that same style, I think it would work really well, so that you're not alienating the single players.
I think it's the same way as like how I have a whole bunch of friends who have played Mass Effect for the first time with the Legendary Edition, and who are like, "Oh my god, I want the multiplayer for the third game," but there's no option for that. Like, I think if EA was smart, they would release Mass Effect 3's multiplayer as a standalone for like $10, because I think they'd make all the money if they did that.
I mean, it's still active now. I mean, like, we've not had a problem getting a full team together. And this is what, 10, 11 years old now? So the interest is still there.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, the game's going to be 10 years old in March, and it still has a more active multiplayer than games. There are some games that have come out like 6 months ago that have no multiplayer anymore.
Squad member has flatlined. Outstanding work. Enemy down to half strength. One of our agents didn't make it out. He dropped off his intel in a drone. Get it uploading. Copy that. First objective down. Active close to the drone. You're out of range. Stay Keep at it. You're close to the upload site.
Need 3 more than...
Don't stop.
Yeah, I like that, Curtis, actually. I like
Checking upload. It's good.
I like the idea that you can have more than just 3 people as on a team, that's for sure. The Dragon Age can have 4. I'm sure you can have 4 Dragon Age.
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Here they come. Acknowledge.
I know I quite enjoy Inquisition's multiplayer, but it just didn't seem anyone else did.
I've only tried it when it first came out. Because I remember you had to work as a team. There's none of this just run and gun sort of thing. I mean, it might just be me misremembering it, but...
Team member is hurt.
Be like Star Trek, sometimes they have 7 people in your team. Just have 3 people wearing the red shirt. You never want to wear the red shirt. Blimey.
Good work down there. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Enemies inbound. Acknowledged.
Wasn't there a character, I want to say Gears of War 2, whose surname actually was Redshirt?
Possibly. I didn't really like Gears of War. I couldn't get into it. Yeah, well look what happened to Picard. He got turned into a Borg creature thing.
Yeah, but that's only because he was a badass.
I never really got into Voyager.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
One of my favorite episodes of TNG ever was the one where Q let Picard go back in time and change the results of the bar fight so that he didn't start it. So he never got stabbed in the heart, but then he just turned out to be the most boring person ever.
I don't remember that either. I saw quite a few of the Next Generation. One of those that used to be on like the same time every day. I was working in hotels then. It was just after I'd finished my shift, so I'd eat my dinner and
Well, I know I'm going to be dating myself a little bit, but I'm old enough to remember watching TNG when it was new.
yeah, same. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think you're even older than I am, which is pretty crazy.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert. A ship went down in this area carrying a canister of classified technology. Find it and bring it back. Good work. Now get back to the extraction zone. Green light on object. Good job. Some sensitive flight records were lost in this area. Retrieve that object and bring it in. Squad member down. Your mission is to find that object.
Ah! Got
Offline.
cornered by 2 of them.
Squad member offline. Team member has gone dark.
Did you say you never got into Voyager?
Bring it back.
No, I didn't really watch it. But it's quite good though.
Now get back to the extraction zone.
Oh, it's arguably the second best one.
I did an attempt a few years ago to try and watch like the whole series in canonical order.
I mean, the whole story arc with Species 8472 was like some of the best Star Trek ever.
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Rendezvous at
Yeah,
Elsie's
test how nerdy the chat is right now, but
Nico likes Voyager. Watched many times. He's a fan of Captain Janeway.
member is flatlined.
Yeah, I started with Star Trek Discovery, the one with Scott Bakula in it.
Team member has gone
I was
dark.
going to go right the way through Shatner, but then apparently they've done some wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, haven't they? And so like the new Picard stuff is based on alternate. I don't know. Still here? You still here? You hear me? Yeah, still there. Okay.
you still there, Tim?
I'm still here. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. It just said you lost your connection.
Yeah. Yeah, it just booted me out. You know. Yes, Curtis, that's right. And so did Reginald Barclay as well. He did the voice of
Presley.
Presley. Yeah.
And let's also never forget that Michael Dorn, aka Lieutenant Worf, was the voice of Gadatog Uvink.
Who?
The Krogan on Tachanka in Mass Effect 2 who yells at Rex.
I did not know that.
The purple guy. That's Lieutenant. The purple Krogan in Mass Effect 2 is Lieutenant Worf.
Good to know. Oh, Takes Note can join us in about 20 minutes. Fab. Yeah, you can come for the last half hour if you want. Service guy's back in.
I mean, there's so many people in the trilogy who have been everyone that it's fine if you forget. Like, I'm pretty sure I owned Mass Effect 2 for like 3 years before I realized Aria was voiced by Trinity from The Matrix.
Ah, see, I knew that one. Yeah. She kind of got that voice. You know, it's one of those kind of voices you kind of I know. Where do I know that from? I think it was when she first played, because she's in Jessica Jones, isn't she? I think that's when I first recognised that she was who she was.
If you're into super low budget horror movies, she's also the main protagonist in The Bye Bye Man, which was a horror movie from 2019, which had a budget of like $500, but is still amazing to watch if you ever get the shot.
I've never heard of that one. Right, let's change character.
I'll try not to spoil it, but if you like cheap horror movies, it's for having a budget of like $500, they did amazing things with it.
I don't think I've actually tried the Krogan Warlord. Give this guy.
He's got a big giant hammer.
Yellow one. Yellow and pink. Now it's turned blue for some reason. Never mind.
I think he's also the only character that actively regenerates too.
Is he? Oh well. Awesome.
He's completely worth it just for the hammer, though. That hammer is the greatest thing in the multiplayer.
Chill.
I'm delaying the match start because I assume you're picking out equipment.
Yes. A second. Damage. There we go. Right, good to go. See what this guy's like.
Oh, we have a Volus.
Low budget horrors are the best horrors. Yes, if I completely agree with that. If you ever get a chance, if you've never seen the Dogs of War,
Are you talking about Dog Soldiers?
Dog Soldiers, that's the one. Absolutely.
That is
brilliant.
the worst, but also best movie ever made. I actually have a funny story when I was a sophomore in university about that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I watched it and at a friend's place, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And also, fun fact: did you know that Jason Statham was supposed to be the lead, but he bailed at the last minute?
No, I
Which
didn't know that.
honestly, I think made it better because, I mean, that movie worked because everyone was a nobody, and I feel like if like a big name in that movie would have kind of killed it because obviously he would have survived. But anyway, so the movie finishes and I'm like sleeping on my friend's couch, and then at like I kind of, you know, when you're like half asleep, half awake, I rolled over because I heard like this grumbling growl or whatever, and my friend's dog was just like right there in my face, and I was like, ah. It was like legitimately kind of scary. It was stupid, but it was kind of scary.
Shatner might be in the. Kurt says Shatner might be the next Mass Effect game. It would put me past them to try and get a cameo in, wouldn't it? They did. They got.
I mean, they got Buzz Aldrin for the third game, so why not
Yeah.
Chapter?
How do I use this hammer thing then?
It's your melee attack.
Oh, is it? Oh, I see. So I choose which one I want. Gotcha.
Yeah, the personal opinion, but the electric hammer is way better than the biotic hammer.
Team member has gone dark.
Oh yeah. Have it.
Good work down there. All clear. Enemy is still active.
Brilliant. Thanks. Now I'm
There are key enemy
definitely not cheating on you with another player. That's for sure.
Find the targets and finish.
But I do really like this hammer.
Oh, the hammer is the most ridiculous thing in the entire multiplayer.
Target's still in play. Step on it. We locked a new target.
Try the other one then. See what that does. Yes, I think it is the Battlemaster. So I unlocked it and I've never tried it.
We need that target taken out. Half the target's taken down. Nice new enemy target in play. Target's still in play. Step on it. Confirm kill. Last target.
Yeah, that Krogan is the bonus if you buy the deluxe edition of the third game.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, I've got. I think it's. You can upgrade the deluxe edition on Origin. An Origin account. Squashes them.
I'm reading only one more left. Got one more. Mission accomplished. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping. Bogies incoming.
So what's this armor thing doing? 'Cause it seems to turn my screen funny colour.
Did you play World of Warcraft, Tim?
No, never tried it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, because your Krogan looks like a Murloc.
Is it when I'm...
Hostile.
Might be that I'm like regenerating or something. It turns full screen. This kind of... Short work of them. No.
Not that I'm complaining, but I swear sometimes you get magnetically attracted to Banshee claws and swords.
Clean work. They're down to 50% capability. A high-ranking officer in the hard drive he carried are MIA. Find it, then you got it. Now get back to the extraction zone.
So maybe we should try a Dragon Age. Oh, what happened there? Dragon Age multiplayer. Have you got Inquisition installed?
As soon as I get a new GPU, I'm down.
Nice job. Get back to the extraction zone. Squad member needs help.
Well, this isn't cool. Well, this guy was... oh. This guy's never tried the Dragon Age multiplayer. Might be up for it. For some reason I can't heal anybody.
I'm reading only one more left. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Bogies incoming.
Got it.
So speaking of Dragon Age, about how Win is terrible.
What I didn't understand about Win is that she can leave whenever she wants. She's not. Whereas it's... other people, you know, all the mages are tied to the tower. She's allowed to come and join the party, and I think she also appears in Awakenings again.
I'm just saying she comes across and tries to pretend like she's your grandma, but she's actually evil.
I think Takes to Know is trolling you now. It says, so speaking of Dragon Age, how is Kai Lang terrible?
Sorry, how is what?
Kai Lang terrible.
Oh, well, Kai Lang's great. I mean, after what he did to Arya's daughter and kicking Anderson's butt, I mean, Kai Lang's fine. Which again just leads me back to they should have found a way to include what happened in the novels in the games, because there's so much. I mean, like, I'm not saying you should have to buy a book to be able to enjoy a game, but I am saying all the stuff that happened in books between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, they should have found a way to include them in the games, because there's so much cool stuff that happens.
What I do like about those books, though, is that it doesn't matter about your choices, because they're side stories. Whereas if you read the Dragon Age comics, it takes presumptions that, like, Alistair's king and stuff that you might not have chosen, which I didn't like. They kind of have their own canon story, I suppose. You guys curious about the new Arkham game? Pretty cool it's going to have co-op. No, I didn't even know they was making a new Arkham game, to be honest. Somebody behind you. No, for the Arkham games, I played the first two. I never actually got around to playing the last one, because I really liked the first one, where it was just in Arkham Asylum. Then they kind of expanded it to make it into, it was Arkham City, then, wasn't it? They kind of, which was like, okay, that's a bit weird. You know, there's a section of Gotham City that they've now like taken over, and then it was like the entire area, and then they had cars in it, and the Batmobile and stuff was in it, and there was and I was like, oh no, it's getting a bit silly now. But I really liked the first one, where you was making your way through the asylum and fighting all the criminals and that. I thought that was a really, really clever way to do it. Oh no. Yeah, when it came to open world, absolutely. It's a bit... I kind of lost interest then. I could never get on with the fighting as well, because you had to really nail your combos, didn't you?
Team member is hurt.
Mission where you had to hide from the giant scarecrow were a nightmare. Yeah, that was a bit weird. That was in the second one, wasn't it? I think.
Squad member down. Squad member in trouble. One more and it's a wrap. All clear. Good work. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. We've got intel that strategic enemy personnel are on site. Zero in on those targets and finish them.
That was definitely the first one. Yeah, the second one wasn't too bad. It was a bit more open world. I can see why they did it, I just didn't really like it. Oh, not again.
Squad member confirmed. Target taken out. We have a new strategic target on the field.
I hate those banshee things. But yeah, with the second one, they had a bit of
Target is still active. Get going.
a really good ending to it, which I didn't think they would. So I don't want to spoil it in case you want to play it. But yeah, you kind of see it coming in and think, oh yeah, okay, yeah, they're gonna survive, and then it was, oh, they're going that route, are they?
Needs help.
Did it bother you at all that they turned the Joker into just like the Hulk for one mission?
Active. Get going. Squad member down.
I can't remember, to be honest. It's been that many years since I played it.
Squad member in trouble. We need that target taken out.
Go Volus.
Is it just him?
I'm legitimately kind of upset because I got caught by a Banshee's claws while I was switching to the missile launcher.
Squad member offline.
Oh no. Wave 10 as well.
Target's still in play. Step on it.
I know. Come on. You have
Get
to
up.
have a medi-gel left.
Nah.
Come on, Mr. Tomcat. Ah.
I think Take to Know might be able to come join us. Is
So are we still talking about lessons BioWare needs to learn for the new Mass Effect game?
absolutely, yeah.
Okay, because I don't know if anyone saw the comment I made on your post yesterday, but I'm not 100% sure how to word this, but I wish they would do something kind of like how SWTOR is, where I don't like when they block off Paragon or Renegade choices, because I believe, just in the sense of being a normal person, you should be able to be a air quote bad guy, but still pick a good option now and then, or be a good guy and do an evil thing every once in a while. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I did. I meant to reply to you actually on the video post. But yeah, absolutely. You should be able to be free to mix it up, and not just be kind of restricted to one or the other. I kind of get why they do it, because they're trying to get you to play one kind or another. But yeah, you should have that freedom.
Because I mean, like I mentioned in, like, again, I don't know if you saw my comment, but I mentioned in SWTOR, if you play as an Imperial, there's a side mission on Nar Shaddaa where at the end of it, you get the option. You're like, oh, well, we can cripple the Republic by blowing up this ship full of soldiers, wives, and families. But I mean, it gives you the option. You're like, yeah, if you want to do it, you can do it. But on the other hand, it also gives you the option where they're like, well, I might be a bad guy, but I'm also not going to blow up a ship full of women and kids. I mean, like, I might be a bad guy, but I'm not a war criminal. Like, I like that SWTOR gives you the option that you can kind of walk that middle ground. I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense, but I hope you understand what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I think Mass Effect 1 had the better way for it, because you could put points into charm or intimidate, wasn't it? So if you could even, if you played it round twice, I think you could actually get a full oh no, need to back out, sorry.
We've lost a strategic location. No time for aerial bombardment. Area's uncontrolled. Lock it down.
I'll pop it on private, and then we'll get text to know it. But yeah, you could, if you played it like for the second time round, you could get up to the max, which was level 60. And then you could, by that stage, have put enough points into both charm and intimidate to be able to unlock both. It didn't matter which way you then you went, because you'd have both the Renegade and the Paragon options unlocked.
I mean, I guess just to overly simplify it, I appreciate, like, it's cool to be able to, like, I like the ability to be like, yes, I'm a bad person, but I also am not going to blow up a ship full of women and children. Like, I like that aspect of SWTOR where you could be, yes, I might be a Jedi, but sometimes I'm going to do an evil thing. Or yes, I might be an Imperial, but sometimes I'm going to do a good thing.
Yeah.
It's just all the Mass Effect games seem to tie you to, like, you had to kind of pick one way or the other. Like, even with Mass Effect 1, I know the 2 missions you're talking about, but I mean, you can still pick the good guy option if you get the Renegade mission, and you can still pick the evil mission or the evil option if you get the good guy mission. I mean, then again, didn't you say you made a Sith Inquisitor, I want to say, that you planned on just being super evil and then stop playing it?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, I've still got him. I just I've not picked him up for a while. All right, let's hopefully kick everybody out.
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, my point is just that whether they're good or evil, gray characters interest me far more than any black or white ones do.
I think it's difficult in the Star Wars universe because it is supposed to be, isn't it? So you do have your like your grey Jedi and stuff, but it is kind of more aimed at being the Sith are the evil ones and the Jedi are being the good ones. But
I mean, I guess it's a testament to BioWare's writing that they can make some of the Sith come across as, well, maybe.
We just lost an important target. Enemy forces have been spotted. Secure area.
Got it.
I love that my Republic trooper can be selfish and choose his girlfriend over thousands of civilians. See, I've done the Republic trooper one. I've started one, but I don't think I've got off the starting planet with him.
I mean, one of the toughest decisions I ever had to make in my life was with my Sith Juggernaut, and I was like, do I romance Vet, who's like the sweetest girl next door, or do I romance Jaisa, who's
Completely
honestly
crazy.
a psychotic, crazy person?
But if you could choose to make it that way, though, can't you?
Squad member down.
Well, I mean, yeah, kind of, but it's still, they go hard to port regardless.
Yeah, I played my Sith warrior. I didn't go completely crazy with him. I think the way I based it on like
Team member has gone dark.
probably more like a Vader style, where they'll do what needs to be done to get the job done, but they're not just completely Sith Lord crazy, kind of destroy the entire galaxy. You know, the dark side, or you know, that kind of mentality. So yeah, when I was, you know, speaking to Jacer and that, she was coming off as being, you know, the absolute. I'll heal them.
Squad member offline.
As opposed, I mean, with the Sith as well. I mean, you've got true Sith, and you've got, you know, the Sith cult, haven't you? So, aren't the true Sith not supposed to be as bad?
Well, I think a lot of Sith are just people trying to be edgelords. But, I mean, if you're just... I think, honestly, if you're an honest, like, honest with yourself, Sith, I think that just comes with being 40.
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
Because, I mean, like, when I was 20,
Intel embedded into
I thought everything was on the up and up, and I was full on and like, yay, humanity. And now that I'm 38, I'm like, yeah, the Sith might be right on some things.
The more I've played and, you know, watched Star Wars, the more I generally don't like the Jedi, I must admit. They're not the good guys that I think George Lucas intended them to be. But I don't know if that's because of things like the Clone Wars that have shown a different side to them.
Well, like, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't know how anyone can play the first KOTOR game, experience the twist, and then come out of it thinking the Jedi are good people. I mean, like, honestly, I like to think I'm a fairly level-headed person, but if that was me, I would want to kill every single Jedi ever.
But I can see the reasoning with that, though, because he was...
Team member has gone dark.
He was a good person
Get on that upload.
to begin with.
Team member has gone dark.
You know, he was doing the right thing. It was them that didn't want to get involved in the Mandalorian Wars, and he went against them and turned the tide against the Mandalorians. Saved a lot of people, which is a failing on the Jedi. Again, there's a failing on the Jedi because they should have got involved sooner. But then, yeah, he got turned to the dark side, and then basically undid all the good they had done. So then, when they kind of saved him and, you know, brought him back to the light, you kind of see the reasoning behind it, not rather than just killing him because he was.
I mean, whether Revan is a good guy or a bad guy is a whole other thing. But I'm just saying, specifically for the first KOTOR game, I don't know how anyone can support the Jedi after finding out the twist.
Squad member has flatlined.
This is not starting well for us, is it?
Team. All clear. Enemy is regrouping. Bogeys incoming.
Run away, run away. That didn't work. Yeah, exactly. It takes to know that wiping the Revan's mind stopped him from having to die and stopped him from dominating the galaxy.
Here they come.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, but it also took away his ability to be himself.
Or gave it back to him. It's the Old Republic version of Revan that I don't really understand. I don't understand how there can be. I'm guessing it's probably a bit like Superman 3,
Team member offline.
where he kind of splits into two people.
Was that the one where they photoshopped Henry Cavill's mustache?
I don't know. It's where he kind of fights himself. He gets drunk and fights himself. Clark Kent that fights Superman, the drunk Superman. Now, you do need to be of a certain age to remember that film. Giovanni puts it perfectly. From a certain point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Oh, I mean, I have an entire laundry list of reasons to tell you why the Empire are actually the good guys.
Member in trouble.
Are you interested in the KOTOR remake?
To be honest, when I saw the first advertisement, I literally, it like sent tendrils of warmth winding around even my icy and lightless heart. But then I saw Sam Maggs was writing for it, and that kind of made me like, eh. So I'll withhold judgment until I see it.
Who's Sam Maggs?
She's a person who doesn't know anything about anything, but who Twitter likes, so she got a job because of modern day politics. Like, I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want to get cancelled. But like, I'll wait and see how it turns out before I say whether or not I like it or not.
Fair enough. Giovanna says, "Oh God, how is she still employed?" I don't even know if she is.
I'll
I know-
suffice it to say that someone asked her what her favorite Star Wars game was, and she said definitely not KOTOR.
And now she's writing for it.
Yes.
Oh dear. I know they've got Jennifer Hale back as Bastila, haven't they?
Squad member offline.
Oh no! We're all dead. Wave 5.
Mission aborted. Returning to base.
Alright, I guess I need to be the big Geth again just to make sure we win.
Well, to be honest, it brings us up to time for this evening. And I'm afraid I can't hang
Not
around.
going to
for
do
tonight,
a 5-minute bronze match, or is...
we can do a 5-minute bronze match. We'll sneak a 5-minute bronze match in. Bronze. Don't die this. I'll try not to, Curtis. What time is it here? Here it is 10:33 in the evening, Saturday evening.
I mean, I sometimes hate how active I am on Twitter, just because I know things before they happen. I mean, I really wish, like, I would love to be surprised and have KOTOR be the most amazing thing that evered, but I'm just cautiously unhappy that it might suck, maybe?
Yeah, I'm a bit. Wait, later be evening. I suppose it is. Yeah, 10:33, 10:34 at night time. Yeah, I'm not overly fond of remakes, if I'm honest. The Resident Evil remake was absolutely brilliant. I loved it because the simple fact is they took everything that was there and they didn't change anything. They just made it better and added stuff to it.
But then
Whereas-
again, are you talking about the most recent remake, or are you
No.
talking about the 2002 GameCube remake?
That one, yeah.
Because yeah, that was fantastic. They just took
Absolutely.
everything. They just took the game and made it look better.
Yeah, and they added a few other parts in where they can, where the wouldn't have noticed doors before. That got a little bit extra areas and just expanded on the lore, and it was absolutely fantastic. And then you get things like Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake that completely change the story, and then that makes the things like the extra games like Resident Evil Outbreak, it makes it not relevant anymore. So for KOTOR, I'm a bit worried that it's going to make KOTOR 2 not relevant, and then obviously the Old Republic, it's not going to tie into that either. Revan ends up being killed or something at the end of it, and so he can't then reappear in the MMO. Something daft like that. So I really hope. I'm always a bit wary when it comes to remakes of games.
I wouldn't normally care, except for the fact that it's 2021, and it's just using the biggest air quotes ever. Remaking a game comes with a lot of overhead it normally wouldn't.
Enemy is regrouping.
What do you mean?
Well, like, I mean, like, if it turns out that Revan and Malik are a bisexual couple, I mean, that would not surprise me. Like, it makes no sense, but that would just be something I would expect to happen.
To try and bring modern day.
Also, please don't cancel me. I'm just saying personal beliefs.
Kurt says they do love the two Raider games than the originals. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're not necessarily remakes though, Curtis. They're more reboots, I should imagine, would be the better term for them, because they have nothing to do with the originals. So you can play the originals and not be spoiled by the reboots, or you can just play the reboots and never play the originals, and you'll be more than happy. So woke, and we don't want it to be woke. I don't really know the definition of woke, because I've heard quite a few different versions of it. You get like your right-wing politics that don't want to be anti-woke. So is woke a good thing? Because your right-wing nut jobs don't like it?
I mean, I'm basically, I guess, a right-wing nut job if you think woke things are good. I mean, I guess it's mostly just when I first saw the first trailer for the KOTOR remake, like it triggered something of like childhood innocence, and I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. But then 5 minutes later, it was like, but it's 2021. They're gonna remake it for 2021, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, there is that possibility.
I mean, I hope to God I'm wrong. I would love nothing more than be proven wrong on this, but I have a sneaking suspicion I might be right.
See what you did there, Giovanni. See what you did there. Clever. Oh, that was just rude. I know, just kind of walk right through the door. Yeah, I see your point there, Giovanni.
One more and it's a wrap.
Last one.
Clean sweep. Well done. Enemy is regrouping. Enemies approaching.
He's also a canonical character in the larger mythos, so it'd be hard to a degree, although played his own personal game. Is he actually a canonical character though? They brought in Malachor 5, didn't they? That's canon. But did they actually bring in Revan? Or is he still Legends?
Requisition a local server to upload data.
Got it.
Time is short. We need this to happen. Connection broken. Reacquire.
Lost signal. Need help.
Upload team member is hurt.
Nice job.
I know he's also in SWTOR, Giovanni, but SWTOR's not canon. Although it is, to me, it's my head canon. But technically speaking, according to Disney, it's... Malachor 5's been brought into it. I think that was featured in one of the Clone Wars episodes.
Some good work down there. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Get to the extraction zone. Still a ways out. Head toward the LZ.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the same with the Jedi Exile as well. For KOTOR 2, canonically she is a woman, but you can be a male. And that brings us definitely to the end this week. It was a bit longer than 5 minutes. So, I want to say a big thank you to the Cerberus guy and to Take to Know for the game. Sorry to Orsar for some reason couldn't get you on this week, but back again next week. Try again then. A big thank you to everyone in the chat for hanging out. We've had Curtis here, we've had Giovanni, Jumping Popcorns in the background somewhere. Thank you very much. I think Nico's been here as well, and everybody else that I probably missed. So thank you ever so much for coming. We'll be back again next week, and we'll see you then.